Can you solve all these diffusion questions? What is diffusion? Confident and correct too. Diffusion means two. Spread is correct. What does diffusion mean? Spreading, well done. What is a synonym for spread? Precise answer, diffusion. What are phospholipids made of? Right choice, proteins. Process which culture is spread. Well supported, cultural diffusion. Osmosis is the diffusion of dash. Well done, water. This process gets rid of wastes. Exocytosis. To surround or cover it completely. Smart thinking, engulfing. Diffusion is a form of dash transport. Accurate answer, passive. One example of successful diffusion is clear and correct, Apple iPod. The diffusion of water is known as dash. Correct response, osmosis. What type of transport requires energy? That's accurate, active transport. Which type of movement requires energy? You got it, active transport. Which of the following requires energy? On track, active transport. What word means a follower or believer? Logical choice, adherent. What company developed stable diffusion? Stability 8, great work. Gaseous exchange happens because of dash. Outstanding effort, diffusion. The amount of particles in a given space. Well expressed, concentration. What promotes diffusion around the world? Strong answer, hierarchical diffusion. Water moved into or out of the carrots by osmosis. Which of these is a barrier to diffusion? Well-articulated rivers. The random movement and mixing of particles. Nice work, diffusion. App is required for which of the following? Right, exocytosis. An example of cultural diffusion in Texas is well-reasoned, Tex-Mex. What is the pressure at which osmosis stops? That's it, turgor. Which is not a daily phenomena of diffusion? S. The virus is transmitted through the air by. Exactly, diffusion. Moving particles while using a cell's energy. Excellent work, active transport. How does water move from one cell to another? Osmosis. Geographic area that has been shaped by people. Commendable response, cultural landscape. How many types of cultural diffusion are there? Thoughtful answer, 4. This is the simplest form of passive transport. Yes, diffusion is right. By which process does oxygen pass out of a leaf? Great job, diffusion! Osmosis is the diffusion of what pure substance? Nicely done, water. The term used to describe the diffusion of water. Very good, osmosis. Which of these is not a form of passive transport? Excellent reasoning, endocytosis. Sharing and borrowing of ideas from other cultures. Solid response, cultural diffusion. Which means of particle transport requires energy? Good job, active transport. Diffusion helps create balance. A balance of what? Perfect choice, concentration. Which type of transport requires an input of energy? Well-reasoned, active transport. Migration is an excellent example of dash diffusion. Great job, location. Water moving from areas of high to low concentration.
Strong answer, osmosis.
How is oxygen released through the stomata of leaves? Perfect choice, diffusion. Spread of cultural traits from one culture to another. Outstanding effort, cultural diffusion. The term osmosis refers to the diffusion of dash only. Correct response, water. The type of cell transport where no energy is required. Very good, passive transport. Which type of transport can get rid of cellular wastes? Excellent reasoning, exocytosis. Just like Coke is a type of soda, dash is a type of dash. Osmosis diffusion, well done. The four main elements in diffusion are as follows, except confident and correct place. Quick and widespread diffusion like a disease is known as. Exactly, contagious diffusion. The movement of molecules against a concentration gradient. Right, active transport. The diffusion of water across a semi-permeable membrane is. Keep it up. Which key term describes the random movement of particles? Valid point, Brownian motion. Which type of transport does require energy from the cell? Well-supported, active. Which of the following is not a type of passive transport? Brandocytosis? Passage of water across a selectively permeable membrane is? Commendable response, osmosis. Diffusion and facilitated diffusion are both dash transport. Passive, great work. Which type of movement goes from low to high concentration? Yes, active transport is right. Which of the following is not a form of expansion diffusion? Right choice, relocation. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Well done, contact Narayan Changder.